Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Natural Health Solutions and Muscadine Core Momentum. Today, we wanted to interview Josiah Mckerall from Louisiana, and he's been on our wellness journey for a little bit of time now, a couple years, and he's focused, I think, on wellness in general. We're going to talk about that in a second, and we just did his health evaluation, but before all that, let me introduce Josiah. Let me know who you are, where you're from, Josiah, and uh, why you're excited about the wellness challenge, and we'll get more into it.
All right. Well, yeah, thanks for having me on tonight, Steve. I'm from a town about an hour away from New Orleans. I'm in Louisiana, and yeah, these challenges really helped me out through the past. It's going on about 2 years now, and it's really helped me with my overall health and wellness and overcoming any type of health issues.
Great, great. So how many challenges have you done so far?
I want to say my first one was in January of 2023, and we do them about every quarter or so. So I would say about seven-ish, seven challenges so far.
Oh wow, okay, that's great. And you were doing strong before, which was like the virtual workouts was your focus and stuff. But this time, I don't think you are. Although it's all intertwined, as we tell everybody. There's four topics. There's wellness, there's core health, there's weight loss, and there's strong. And you've done strong before. Are you doing that this time, or are you doing wellness? I forget.
Okay, so and that's correct. Normally, I do strong. This time, I really just wanted to focus on my overall health and well-being, so I chose wellness for the first time. But every other challenge, I've done strong.
Excellent, excellent. That's great. So we did your first homeopathic health evaluation. Again, everybody, I'm not a doctor. I'm not making any claims, but this was made by several naturopathic doctors, and it's a great way to track some things. And we just did it a few minutes ago, Josiah and I, for the first time, right, Josiah? And
Yeah.
it was kind of interesting to you, which I'm so glad that we did. And we went through hard tissue, soft tissue, sugar, and digestion. And as I tell everybody, and of course you attested to that, Josiah, digestion is where everything begins, right? And I know that sometimes we're all human. Sometimes we go off the products or whatever it is, or off something that we're supposed to do. So we have to track, just like drinking water and eating. If we don't do it or eat the wrong food, sometimes we have different results, and it does happen to us, obviously. So I noticed that when we're talking about the digestion, you had something to say about that. Do you mind sharing that with everybody? And how your journey is going and how that was helpful to you, the meaning the health evaluation, to point that out.
For sure. Yeah, I noticed whenever I was taking the products regularly and routinely that my health, as far as just little things like no more headaches, the digestion, as far as like any type of issues with digestion, I mean, it completely went away, especially taking certain supplements like ginger and turmeric and muscadine. It helped tremendously. And over this past summer, um, I had some challenges come along and some hurdles to get over. So I wasn't able to really take the supplements like I was. And I did feel like all the issues kind of just came back. And these supplements, like when we say life-changing supplements, I truly believe that that statement is true because any little, and I wasn't someone that was like that really had I would say serious issues, but just like fatigue and everything like that, even feeling down sometimes. These products, I mean, they're wonderful as far as a pick me up and actually getting you on the right mindset of what living life should be like.
Right. I'm glad that you experienced that, as we all do. So it's, yeah, it unfortunately goes back to, as you know, when the people watching the station, I always want to repeat it because sometimes we forget. It's like driving your automobile and you go over a bunch of nails. You got to pull the nails out, patch the hole up, and fill it back up with air. So our digestion, our gut, all that, inflammation, right? The processed foods, the medications we've taken, the eating not organic, all that kind of thing really affects us, right? You are what you eat, at the end of the day. And we all
Yeah.
are human and we do things and we have to pay the price sometimes with that. But the best attestment is all these people have all these formulas for gut health and digestion, and we were right on the money with some of your things. Like again, you want to share, having whatever it was, number two issues, which is a digestive issue, right? And and when you have enough of the proper high impact ginger and turmeric, as you mentioned, a muscadine seed oil that's high impact, it really makes a big difference. In your case, it went away, is what you said. Is that what you were saying?
Oh yeah, it completely went away. Like, and like speaking of number twos, I mean, like, before I got into and Juva and with the health and wellness as far as my own well being, I never really thought about that. Like, when you went to use the bathroom, it wasn't
Yeah,
supposed to smell, but I mean, I experienced that myself. The odor went away,
yeah.
especially being on the supplements routinely and regularly.
Yeah, for sure. So let me just be clear about something. No one's making claims here. The health evaluation has nothing to do with Juva. It's just something that I learned from another mentor I had, but it's the best way to assess it. I found, and it works really well for me, and it really gives us the right information. So because the stuff is so high impact, and it's kind of like we got to clean up and get those nails out, patch the hole up, like I said, put the air back in, and if you get the right nutrition, like you've mentioned, into your body after that, it'll actually work because we're cleaning everything up and watching and tracking. So that's what this health evaluation does. It tracks, and we'll do it again in 30 days and 90 days and 6 months and see where you're at as long as you're watching the food, drinking enough water, getting your sleep, and taking enough ginger, turmeric, muscadine, in your case as well. You had some sugar stuff, saying I was suggesting keto, not necessarily for weight loss, but for health, and also B vitamins like in our Zing and our Reju Plus helps the cravings and helps for some of these other issues that you have, and keeping blood sugar right. And then soft tissue, I mentioned to you the foods that you would want for that as well, which is the essential fatty acids. You can get that in eggs, really good eggs, and salmon and sardines. But in our products as well, the Nutri HG has essential fatty acids in it, and the Galaxy does as well, which helps the brain. Because I know you have some issues remembering a few things sometimes, and eyesight issues, and that's what the biggest thing with that. It helps with the eyes. The other thing I wanted to tell you, you mentioned you have a stagnation, whatever, in the eyes. You can spray the silver right into the eyes as well, and that might be helpful for that as well. I forgot to tell you that. And anyway, all good stuff. So we know we want to work on that, and it kind of works as you want to lubricate the body from the inside out. So when we do these health evaluations that are natural, it's what's going on the outside is what's happening on the inside. It's how we read it, and that's kind of what that means, if that makes any sense. Your hard tissue wasn't bad at all, but again, always want to look at it as we get older, right? And as long as we take care of the digestion, keep the inflammation down, keep the blood flowing, everything works in order. That's why it's so important to track, so important to stay on the products, and also so important to try to eat right and drink enough water, right? And of course, our alkaline water is amazing and through the roof. It helps with a lot of this stuff as well. So anyway, any questions that you had on the health evaluation? I know that was brand new to you. We talked about it. We've never done it till now, which I'm so glad that we did. But any questions about that?
Um, no, nothing in particular. Like with me being on the products before, I think it gave me a good idea, and then of course, learning from you as well, what to take for what issues and everything, and just kind of being observing everything and taking it all in. I I feel like the products that I've taken in the past, especially like ginger, the turmeric, the high impactness of it. I mean, that's helped tremendously with the muscadine as well. And then I've been with the Alka drops, alkalinizing my water daily. And I find even though I've slipped up on my eating this past summer, I find that's going to play a big role too, as well as like weight loss. And
Yeah,
yeah, like yeah, I mean the Zing, the Nutrace G. I mean, it's just all phenomenal.
that's great. That's great. Yeah, we're going to keep tracking this. Now, the other thing too, Josiah, at like what happened to me, as you know, my story, I almost died, and then I really just wanted to get healthy. And then I kind of geeked out, if you will, and wanted to learn by doing all these health evaluations for everybody. And people had different issues. And I was like, oh, I don't know what this means. And let me find this out. And let me find that out. Again, not making claims, just from the research that people have done and just some of the benefits, right? Want to help people. So we have this great challenge that Josiah is on. And if you're watching this and you are friends with Josiah, he'd love you to join with us the wellness challenge as well. And you can pick what area you want to focus on. It's free to join, by the way. We're not trying to sell you anything, but we do want to educate people and let you decide, because we find it phenomenal. I mean, the results, and we want to help people. And it's a great community. So people can choose weight loss, they can choose core health, they can choose strong, like Josiah did before, or wellness. They're all kind of intertwined. So if you're listening to this video, and Josiah is going to be sharing this as well on his personal page, he'd love you to join, and it's a team. And if you want to get a free life-changing health evaluation, and again, it's not about just our products, it's about you being healthy. We just want to, Josiah is on the same page with me. You just want to get people right, saying so they're feeling good. We'd be happy to do a call and do one of those for you as well, so that way you can track. And Josiah, you just did it. Do you, how I feel, I don't know, in your words, I feel like it speaks to me whenever I do it. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, yeah, that's happening and that's happening. I'm like, wait a minute. What was your thoughts when you just went through that? Like, I mean, because you've been on the products too, you've been in the challenge, but you haven't done this till now. So what was when you saw the questions and it was about you, how did that, I know it, you said this makes sense, but what hit you? Anything in particular, or that other people listening to this might say, okay, I'm getting what you're saying now. I think I might want to do a health evaluation as well. What was your thoughts?
That's that's a great question, Steve. And like with me being like I'm about to be approaching 35 in January, and like I've thought about it in the past. I'm like, I'm pretty healthy, like just looking from the outside. But then when we did the life changing health evaluation, it really was, I could say this, an eye opener for me, and it really resonated with what like I have going on, and it helps me. It helps me decide to make better choices too. Like you said, it's not just about taking the products; it's about living a healthier lifestyle and really getting down to the issues of what's going on with us, and what problems we have, whether we know it or not, or whether we feel like it's not really a big deal, and it's just helping people.
Right, right. That's great. I'm glad you said in your words. That was good. So awesome. So we're going to keep this going, guys. Again, if you know Josiah, reach out to him. You want to do a life-changing health evaluation. We'd love to do that with you. Again, that's something we do. Not make any claims. It's just what we've seen to work. And again, like Josiah said in his words, I feel like it spoke to me, like it tells me, oh gosh, like that makes sense, same type of thing. And I think it's amazing. We just want to help a lot of people, and by doing so, like I had mentioned on my video the other day, it helped me become healthier as well by knowing other people's issues as well, and just being more aware. And every time you do one of these things, it's like, wow, this really, really gets on it. And Juva, has the right products. They're all high impact. There's nothing like it. And we're not trying to sell. We're just trying to share. And the biggest thing is joining the community of the challenge and just being around it. You can visit, you can visit a call if you want, you can join the challenge, you can do whatever you want. But I think that with our busy world today, we all need some sort of support. And I think that the Juva Fit is the right situation. I don't know how you feel about that, Josiah. You've done a few challenges, but we're all busy, and
Great support system. Really great support system. It helps you keep accountable and keep going when you feel like you want to give up or you feel like you lost track. That's where the team is there for you, and the coach too as well.
yeah, awesome. Any other thoughts or things you want to say before we wrap it up, Josiah? This was a great interview with you.
I enjoyed it very much, so Steve, and I'm looking forward to finishing out this current challenge that we have. It's gonna be ending right before Thanksgiving. It feels
Yeah,
like it's going by pretty fast.
yes.
Um, we're almost in October, so I mean it's halfway halfway there. Yeah.
A few weeks, but people still can join it and reach out. Like I
Oh
said,
yeah, yeah.
if you know Josiah,
That's
reach
true.
out to him. He's going to share the video. And again, you just want to be a visitor, whatever it is. I think you'll find it to be really amazing, and it's great. Well, Josiah, good stuff. We'll do this again, and we're gonna obviously keep tracking along with this tracker. Plus, we have the Juva tracker, the daily drinking water and sleeping and all that. And it's just great to stay on track and be healthy. So good stuff. And thanks for watching, everybody. And please like, subscribe, and give some comments there to Josiah. He'd love to see that. And as he's going to be building his station, I'm going to be on that as well with him. And we're going to be tag teaming this thing and making this thing happen. So we just want everybody to be healthy, and we want to spread the good word. So Josiah and everybody, thank you so much. You guys have a good night, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
All right. Y'all have a good night. Thank you.